Hello and welcome. This is Miss Griff, the head of Year 9. The purpose of this presentation is to inform you of the expectations of our pupils this year and to provide you with some information related to the course subjects of English, Maths and Science. Hopefully, by adhering to our expectations, pupils will fulfil our motto of aspiration, application and achievement. As this slide shows, there are 5 general expectations. These expectations help us to ensure that pupils feel safe and supported during the school day. The following slide outlines the expectations we have of pupils during lessons and are put in place to ensure that all pupils are prepared and ready to learn. What will follow now is information regarding English, Maths and Science.
Good evening, my name is Mrs. Pierce. I'm Head of English at Bromell Foundation School, and I just wanted to take this time to explain to you the layout of the next 3 years. So in English, your child has a possibility of walking away with 2 GCSE grades at the end of your language. Those qualifications are in English language and English literature. So in Year 9, your child will study the skills of English language and English literature. We'll also read 2 of the texts that they're going to be tested on in Year 10 for English literature, and those 2 texts are Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck and An Inspector Calls by J.B. Priestley. They will need a copy of those texts, but they won't need them until after February half term. Then in Year 10, they sit their actual English literature GCSE, and we continue studying the course. We read their other text, Heroes by Robert Cormier, and again they need a copy of that text in Year 10. We also study Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare, and we look at lots of different types of poetry. You do not need to purchase a copy of Romeo and Juliet. We will provide that for your pupil. So in January 2023 or 2023, in January, they will sit their Of Mice and Men and poetry exam. And then in May of that year, they will sit their Heroes and An Inspector Calls examination. And then in Year 11, we move on to English language, and they sit that examination then May of Year 11. So hopefully that gives you a good overview of the next 3 years. If you need any further information, please don't hesitate to contact your child's English teacher or contact myself at Bromell Foundation School.
In Wales, there are 2 GCSE mathematics qualifications that can be studied: GCSE Mathematics and GCSE Mathematics Numeracy. Your child will work towards studying these 2 over the next 3 years. There are 3 tiers of entry for both GCSE Mathematics qualifications: higher tier, whereby grades A star through to C can be awarded; intermediate, where grades range between B and E; and foundation tier, where grades D to G can be awarded. Please note the learners can sit the different qualifications at different tiers. There are 2 formal examinations in GCSE Mathematics and 2 also in GCSE Mathematics Numeracy. Both qualifications follow the same format in that Unit 1 is a non-calculator paper and Unit 2 is a calculator paper. The current plan is that GCSE Mathematics Numeracy will be sat at the end of Year 10 and GCSE Mathematics will be sat at the end of Year 11. If you have any further questions or queries regarding GCSE Mathematics, please don't hesitate to get in touch with your child's maths teacher. Their email addresses are listed here. To support the study of GCSE Mathematics, the Maths Department recommend the following resources: the MathsWatch virtual learning environment and Dr. Frost's Maths website. All pupils have access to these at home and have been shown how to access them in their maths lessons.
Hi everyone, it's Miss Marasco giving you an overview of science for GCSE. So in Year 9 now you have started the GCSE content for biology, chemistry, physics, and everyone is following the same topics. Once we have collected some assessment data, we will be deciding which science course is most suited for each student. So triple science is aimed more towards students who would like to do science as an A-level or science as a career. In Year 9 we'll start working towards the Year 10 end of unit modules. So we've got biology, chemistry and physics, 1 unit each, 45% of each of the sciences, and a practical exam which is 10% of each science. In Year 11 you'll then do the Unit 2 for biology, chemistry, physics, which will give you the other 45% of each separate grade. Double science then, you're working towards at the end of Year 10 a unit for each of biology, chemistry and physics, which are 15% each of the overall double grade, and a practical exam which is 10% of the overall double grade. Year 11 then, a further unit for each biology, chemistry, physics for the other 15% each. So those 7 units are added together and your final mark then is given a grade based on a sliding scale, which gives you the double grade outcome. Single science then, from Year 9 you'll be working towards the Unit 1 exam, which will be at the end of Year 10 and is worth 40%. There'll also be a Unit 3 controlled assessment which we will do in class. This usually takes place in a half-term window, and we will then plan in class the sessions that will allow you to complete this controlled assessment, which is 20%, and a practical exam which is worth 10%. In Year 11 then, there's only 1 more unit which is an exam, and that will be 30%. So there's lots of revision you can use. There's electronic revision guides in Teams, and there's also the WJEC knowledge organisers which are in Teams and also on the WJEC website. These resources are really good, and we also use them in class as paper versions. I wouldn't recommend buying any books extra to this because these are really good WJEC resources and they have everything that you need in there. Please speak to your science teachers if you can't find any of these, or if you need a paper copy of them as well. And I've just popped my contact on the slide there if you have any issues. marascos6@hubcymru.net. Thank you.
Should support be needed in these subjects, or indeed any subject, please do not hesitate to contact the class teacher, the head of faculty, or myself. With regard to wellbeing, the first point of contact is usually the form tutor or the head of year, but pupils must not think that these are the only staff they can speak to. Pupils can speak to any member of staff that they feel comfortable speaking to should they have a problem. And don't forget, both you and the pupils can use the Wellbeing app. You as parents and guardians can also play a major part in supporting our pupils. I hope that the information provided has been useful, and remember that if there is anything I can do to help, please do not hesitate to contact me. Many thanks.